Good day to you. Welcome to lesson 15 of section 2 of unit 2, Code.org's Computer Science Discoveries. We're looking at web design. And now that you have had a chance to build a website of your own, personal website, we're going to start work on a team website. A team. This is a great addition that I think Code.org has done an awesome job moving forward and changing this unit a bit. So what we're going to be doing, question of the day, how can we work together to make a great team? Teams work together to set group norms and brainstorm what features they would like their websites to have. Start by reflecting what makes teams successful, and then you're going to be thinking about and making plans for how you're going to interact and achieve success on your own projects before brainstorming ideas for the website projects. So let's take a look. We're going to also be using Unit 2, Lesson 15 activity guide for team building. All right, so let's get me out of the way, click continue. Okay, there are a couple of videos in here, how teamwork works. Two things to think about. What are the advantages of working in a team? What are some tips for teams to work well together? You guys are probably middle schoolers, maybe you're high schoolers, and you might get a little bit dramatic at times. You might get mad at each other. No one expects everyone to get along perfectly all the time. But, you know, there are ways to work together. And here are some tips. So think about that. How can we work together? Okay. And also, what are 3 tips for dealing with disagreement? Okay. 3 teamwork tips: appreciation, curiosity, compromise. Okay. Always think the best of people. Okay. Rather than thinking people don't want to do any work ever. Everybody wants to succeed. And it's important to think about that. Appreciate people's strengths also. Curiosity. Okay, be curious. Ask a lot of questions before you just yell at someone and assume that they are trying to fail or they don't want to do anything. Maybe they're feeling bad. Maybe they're just having a bad day. And then compromise. You don't have to have your way all the time. Give a little bit. Okay, and if 2 sides give a little bit, they come closer. And if you keep on doing that, you can come together. Okay, no one wants a situation like Congress where they're just fighting all the time and nothing gets done. That's not productive at all. Looking at the activity guide, okay, think about what problem your team is trying to solve with the website. What are you trying to do? You're trying to solve a problem. So what are you trying to help the world know about clean water? Do you think elephants should be taken care of better? What is the problem that you want to solve, and how are you going to do that with a website? Personal skills and goals. So each of you are filling this out. What are your skills? What skills do you have, especially in web design? Maybe you're particularly good at designing a website. Maybe you're particularly good at coding. Maybe you're good at typing. You're really fast, and somebody else can do more coding, and you can do the groundwork. Maybe you're good at finding pictures and that sort of thing. And what do you want to get better at? So sometimes we just want to get better at something. This is not a time for I don't know. Really think about, what do you want to get better at? Okay, and really think about what your skills are. Take time to listen. Okay, after you've done this part, go down to the table and take turns with your team sharing your skills and goals for the project, and write down what you hear from people. Okay, what are their skills? What are their skills? What are their goals for improvement? And share yours. Everybody should have everybody's skills and goals for improvement written down, as well as their names. So areas of responsibility. Maybe we need to split up things. So who's in charge of colors? Who's in charge of fonts and text? image styles, navigation bar, page layout. So who is going to be in charge of that? And then any other special ways you think the group members can contribute in the table below that. So what are some other ways people can contribute? Is it the typing? Is it just get things typed, and then you can copy and paste things out of a Google document and move forward from there. Then how do all those ideas going to come together? How are you going to make sure that everyone's ideas are heard? Okay, this is where you norm. You're creating norms, which are basically just how you're going to communicate. So how you're going to make sure everyone gets heard. Okay, you can't leave anybody out. You want to make sure that everyone has their ideas expressed and heard. If you can't agree, how are you going to find a solution? How are you going to compromise and come together your ideas? Because not everybody wants to compromise. Not everybody wants to. Some people kind of get cemented into their ideas, and it's okay to give a little bit. What can you do if you feel that your ideas are not being heard? So if I'm in your group and I'm feeling like I'm not being heard, what can I do? Should I just clam up and not talk to anybody? Or is there a better way to do that? Maybe kind of express it in a different way. What can you do if you feel that another team member's ideas are not being heard? So if I have a friend and my friend is feeling sad, what can I do to make sure that my friend is, who's in another group, is feeling more heard, or if they're not feeling heard right now? So then, just looking forward, describe how you will know your team has been successful. How do you know you're successful? Just curious, like, what does success look like for your team? What will be the most challenging part of this project? Yeah, and this is going to look different for every group. And maybe even for every person. What do you think will be most challenging? Is it finishing it? Is it making the coding work well? And what will be the most fun? What's going to be the most enjoyable part of this? What will you enjoy? What do you really want to? What do you think is going to be awesome about this? So, and that sums it up. Remember, this is about preparing to work together as a team. You can do this. Teaming is awesome. Teaming can be done. And no matter what, I know we've all worked with people we haven't exactly wanted to work with, but if you put your ego behind you and put the needs of the team first, then you can make this work. We're all about working together. We're all about collaboration. And remember that anybody, if you control how you think about things, anybody can be successful. Just try and think on the positive. Always think best of everybody and their intentions. And remember, we can all compromise. That's it for lesson 15. Enjoy this. And as you make this website, really think about how you can work together, who will be responsible with different parts, how you can feel heard, how you can have everyone's ideas heard, how can you find a solution that respects everyone's point of view, and what can you do if another team member from another team is feeling sad, like if it's your friend. All right, so just remember, focus on success of the team. That's what's number one. And no one person is more important than the team. Take care and have a much enjoyable time putting this together and preparing for this project.